Hello, everyone. I am grateful to be having conversations with you. Welcome to Find Ways to Win. I am your host, Fitzgerald Stevens, and something just really came into my spirit this morning, a couple of hours ago. I've been working on a project through the night, and I want to ask you something. Have you commanded your morning? Have you commanded your morning? No, that is a reference that the Lord God Almighty spoke to Job in but chapter 38, verse 12 of the book of Job. Have you commanded the morning? Very, very vital. This is probably one of the most. This is probably one of will be one of the most vital pieces of information, if properly applied, that will have lifelong ramifications for the better for both you and your household and those around you. Have you told your morning what it's going to do, or are you letting your morning tell you what it's going to do? Have you spoke out of your mouth life-giving, life-altering words? Have you spoke and created the morning, the day that you want? Because all we have is the day. To pass, we can't do anything with. Tomorrow certainly is not promised to us. What are you thinking? What are you saying? Are you one of those like, oh gosh, wow, it's a hump day, or or a horrible Monday, or thank God it's Friday? Well, to thank God it's Friday, that's better than the previous two. What have you decided? How about what have you decided? Like, hey, you know what? It's going to be an awesome day. I'm prosperous. I'm wealthy. My relationships are going well. No, I expect nothing but good things to happen to me and my family. Everything I touch is turned to gold. No, I have a retentive memory. People favor me. God favors me. It is well with my soul. It is well with everything I do. No, business ideas come to me. I am willing and able. I am the man. I am the woman for the job. When I go in, I expect to win. I declare nothing but goodness and greatness is going to happen in my life today. I expect the road to be smooth sailing. I expect the promotion. I expect the increase. Expect to win. I find ways to win. Or are you saying the opposite? How bad it is? No, what's going on with the economy? What's going on with COVID-19? What's going on with your marriage? What's going on with your children? That's not right. And what's going on with the job? Is the boss tripping today? Are you going to get a flat tire when you go to work? Or what is the newscast talking about? That is faith in reverse, and faith in reverse is fear. And guess what? Fear and faith both work by unbelief. One will bring the thing that you want, faith, believe it in your heart, and having your heart and your words properly line up. And the other one, fear, believing in your heart and having your words properly line up, will bring things that you don't want in your life. You have got to tell your day what to do. You have got to command the morning. You command the morning, and you look to see what you have spoke. Now, I'm not gonna exonerate you from actually going out there and having to do something. One of my idols and heroines, should I say, the late great Fannie Lou Hamer. She said, and I paraphrase, "No, you can pray to God all you want, but if you don't get up and do something, nothing's going to happen." And that is a paramount quote that has really stuck with me. Once again, I admire the tenaciousness of this lady, incredible civil rights leader. Overcame a lot of setups, but she made an impact in her world, in this world. What are you expecting? Are you expecting greatness? Are you expecting to win? Or are you expecting for your name to be in lights and the book is to be published and to be a bestseller? Are you expected to be a top producer? Are you expecting that there is going to literally be people waiting at your business before it opens to buy your goods or product or services? Are you expecting to build a global brand? Are you expecting to be a good father, a good mother? Are you expecting to be a good student? What are you talking out of your mouth? What are you saying to yourself? What are you speaking? Now, to look at some things, I'm a Christian. I don't hide that fact, and I believe in I believe in biblical concepts. Well, we look at the book of Genesis, and we see that God said, God said, God said, God said, God said, and we see everything that He said He saw. So I'm of the conclusion that if I'm created in His image, which I know I am, and God is a spirit, so therefore I am one too. So if God speaks and things come to pass, guess what? I believe you and I can speak and the same thing can come to pass. How many of you have actually thought about someone and they called you or they appeared? How many of you have thought about the things that the home that you're living in now, the car that you're driving, the spouse that you're with right now, the career that you have? And how many of you have spoken, that I am the person, I'm the man and the woman for the job. I'm the man and woman to get this done. I'm going to win this. And you did. And how many of you have spoken your way out of something by saying, no, they're not going to pick me. I'm not good enough for that. She won't like me. Now I'm too short. I'm too fair skinned. I'm too dark skinned. My hair is blonde. My hair is black. I don't have blue eyes. I have brown eyes. I don't come from a good school. I came from a small town. I came from a huge Ivy League school, as opposed to a black college. They won't pick me. I'm a woman. I don't have anything to offer anyone. I'm a man, and they're not going to like me. I'm not the best looking. Stop. You are commanding your day. You are commanding your morning. And I assure you that what you're talking right like that, that's not what you want to see happen. You got to speak faith, ladies and gentlemen. You got to speak life over any situation. And you have to get out there and act accordingly. You want to build a great business? Say you're going to have one first and get to work doing it. The God Almighty would make sure that things line up to help you. The future and the present, should I say, belongs to the bold. Belongs to the bold. It belongs to the tenacious, and it belongs to the persistent. You have to get a clear picture of what you're saying. Get that picture. Get actions to it, but you have to keep speaking it and speaking it and speaking it and speaking it. That has worked on my life for many, many years. Sometimes I stumbled into it, and it's still something I have to work on today. I still have to work to guard the words of my mouth, that I'm not speaking things against what I want, against my destiny. Sometimes you're not going to have all the resources together at that moment. You're not going to know all the answers. You're not going to know how. You're not going to be able to see the whole picture right away. But what you see, speak. What you see in your heart, speak, and have corresponding actions, and it will come to pass. You will walk in what you say. It's really that simple. I mean, what do you have to lose? Do you want to create a great life for yourself? Do you want to create a great business, a networking business, or be a great father, be a great mother? Do you want to be a great student? Do you want to be a great athlete? You want to be a great scholar? You can. But it starts the way you think. And the way you think is going to determine how you speak. And the book of Proverbs says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So you have to have your words and your speech in line about where you want to go, who you want to be, and what you want to do. And you have to be consistent with it. You have to talk it and speak it and speak it and speak it. When do you stop? When it arrives. You stop speaking about it when what you spoke, you are walking in. I have I have many things in my head that I speak and I think about, and I'm going to walk in them. It's several times I've done it over my life, from a young teenager to a 50 something plus year old man right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this works. Don't ask me how to explain it. Some things don't need an explanation. There's some things you don't care about the explanation. Only thing I can really say is that God designed his universe like that. This universe works on words. The building blocks to this universe is words. The building blocks to your universe is words. Faith-filled words that release power to bring into pass what you're saying. The natural is controlled by the spiritual. Everything that we see in the natural is already done in the spirit. So I believe that you can literally speak things into existence. Matter of fact, I know you can. So we have to determine what we're looking at. Have you commanded the morning? Have you commanded the morning? In Job 38:12, since your days, and have you caused the day spring to know his place? Have you caused the day spring to know his place? Day spring, that's the day. To know the place. Have you told the day where it's going, or is the day telling you where it's going? If you don't give commands and you don't give instructions to your day, how in the world are you going to expect anything? That would be the equivalent of taking a very, very nice car. I happen to love Audi A8s. And that would be the equivalent of me taking the Audi A8, driving down the expressway and just inadvertently taking my hand off the wheels and expecting it to get me to my destination. No, I'm not talking about the autopilots. I'm talking about, having a clear direction for a destination that I'm trying to go. It doesn't make a difference how nice the vehicle is. I can take the Audi, or I can walk, or I can ride my bike, but I have to know where I'm going. I have to know where I'm going. So when you look into command your morning, command your day, what do you see? What do you want your day to be? What do you want? That is one of the foundational questions for life. What do you want? When the man came to Yeshua in time memorial, Yeshua said to him, what would you have me to do? What do you want? No, it doesn't make a difference if someone has the power to do something for you if you don't make a request. So withdrawal, you're not gonna be changed. So in God's universe, you have to make a request. What do you want? What do you want? Once that request is once that question is answered, is spoken to you, it is your responsibility alone to give answer. I want to be healthy. I want to be wealthy. I want to travel the world. I want to make residual income. I want to have a great business. I want to be a good father. I want to be a good husband. I want to be a great businessman. I want to be a righteous man, a kind man. Well, now you put things in motion, and especially if you believe it in your heart. And now things are going to start appearing. Now you can't worry about the time limit. You can't worry about time limits or something. Sometimes things appear in your life faster than other things because you have faith and you have more built up to receive that. You can believe it. Remember, I said that both the heart and the speech much match. It's not enough that you say something. You got to believe it in your heart. You got to really believe what you're saying is going to come to pass. You can't haphazardly. You can't go in there with a hoping and a wishing. It comes down to, do you believe what you're saying or do you not? It's like mathematics. It's an exact science. Do you believe what you're saying or do you not? Not a maybe. Not I hope so. Not possibly. Those are the words of the feet. This is where I'm going. This is what I want. This is what I'm speaking. This is what I'm expecting. And this is what I'm willing to take the corresponding steps to work for, to see materialize. Ladies and gentlemen, our destiny is in our hands, not a political parties, not your parents, not your spouse, not your boss, not anyone. It's in your hands, whoever you are, whatever language you speak, wherever you live. This concept works all over the world. Why? Because it's a God concept. It's a concept that he gives. And it's a concept that he operates in every single day. In the book of Romans, it said, the just shall live by faith. The just shall live by faith. And let me also expound upon something really quick. You know, a lot of these motivational speakers that you listen to, and a lot of these self-help gurus, you know, a lot of them are using biblical concepts. You know, they just don't give God the glory for some strange reason. It's nothing new. These concepts have been working since millennium. No, since Abraham and Adam walked the earth. No, you have to believe. You have to speak life. You have to do corresponding actions. No. So this is what I want to talk to you about. And this is something you must practice. Now, please don't get on there and say, well, Fitzgerald, that was a nice talk. This is not a talk. This is a life principle that will change your life and change your world. Maybe not necessarily change the world, but it will change your world and the people in your world, provided you exercise this and you develop this muscle as if you was lifting weights. You know, you can choose to be great. You can choose to be effective. Speak life. There's enough people already out there speaking deaf anyway. You know, you can just listen to the local news stations or the radio stations, and they're speaking. They're speaking all the time. But a lot of stuff they speak, I don't want. A huge majority of it. That's not why I'm not a big proponent of the news or certain television programs, because it's not putting stuff in my spirit that I want. No, I want to be a good, great man. I want to be a wealthy man. I don't have time to worry about, you know, how the job market is looking. I don't, you know, I want to be a healthy man. I don't have time to worry about living in fear that I'm going to go outside, you know, that I'm going to possibly get some type of illness. I don't have time to worry about who my competition is. I don't concern myself with the competition. Never really have, because I don't compete with anyone but myself. I lock on a goal, as you must lock on a goal. I speak that goal into existence, and I work until it comes to pass. Even when I have setbacks, I still don't give up on the goal. Some goals I have seen practically right away. I remember a couple of years back that I had a tape series that was important to me, you know, and then all of a sudden I met this lady. I was in Atlanta, and I was led to go ahead and give this tape series away. Now that tape series was important to me. I gave it away, and about a couple of days, I received literally a box full of other audio tapes that I really wanted out of nowhere. I believe you reap what you sow. I believe you reap more than what you sow. I choose to build a great life for myself. And I choose to build a life that includes taking people with me, especially those that I love. And I choose to experience the good of the land. I choose to believe that. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care, you know, what my checking account tells me sometime. I don't care if my business is not growing as fast as it is. No, I don't care. I don't care about my age. I don't care about my past failures. I don't care. All I'm looking is where I'm going, the goal that I'm trying to get. And I speak it and I speak it and I speak it and I take corresponding actions until it comes to pass. And I protect that belief. I protect it. So I'm very, very guarded on my conversation. I'm very, very guarded who I allow to talk to. Certain things I can't put in my spirit because it goes against what I'm trying to achieve. Have you commanded the morning? Have you commanded your morning? Have you woke up and told your day what you expect from it? According to this verse in Job 38:12, we can command the morning. It said, have you commanded the morning since your days? Since your days? Well, that's interesting. So that applies to me that you're supposed to do this every day. And cause the day spring, and cause the day to know its place. Really, really, really study that verse and glean from that thing. And and you too can create. You too can create the life that you really want. You can find ways to win. But first of all, you have to believe you are a winner. And part of believing that you're a winner, you got to speak like one. And you have to think like one. It would behoove you to get around some right association. Get around people who build your faith, not who throw cold water on it. You want to build a great business? Study great mentors who have built the business. Find people who are already doing it. Get involved with the doers. Get involved with people who are doing what other people said it can't be done. No, to talk to them. Offer to buy them a cup of coffee. Offer to sit down with lunch. Offer to pick their brain and see what they are doing. No, I have started several businesses. No, and I didn't have much knowledge nor much capital. But I wanted to be a business owner. I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to control my own time. I wanted to achieve the concept that I call freedom. And the way I define freedom is have enough time along with enough money to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, where I want, for as long as I want, without having to ask any man or woman's permission to do so. That's freedom to me. That's really what I'm going for. Because if I achieve that, the houses and the cars and all the stuff that'll come. But I want freedom. I want to be the ability to control my own time because it's so precious, ladies and gentlemen. No, and when I decided to start my network referral business, my freebie business, dealing with gold, and if you'd like to know more about that, I shared the link on the page, therealmoney.info, and I have my link where you can register as an affiliate for free, and we can show you how to build that. And I started networking. And I started learning learning business from people who exposed me to concepts called duplications, residual incomes, creating a financial legacy, not only for me, but creating something that can be a willable part of my estate, minimizing my tax benefits, accumulating assets, accumulating gold, accumulating cryptocurrency. I didn't know anything about those, but I got started, and comes a couple of years later. Well, I have a global organization of close to 12,000 business affiliates all over the world with a business I run from a cell phone and a home computer. I just got started. I built the plane while I was flying, but really I can't take credit with that because you know what? There was already a system in place, and all I did follow the leader. Did I I recognize that it would take work? Yes, but I was working anyway. I was going to be working for someone anyway. Why not divert some of that time to work for myself? Because I had to be free. But you know what? I can do a better day. I can do much better with speaking life and commanding my day. You have to guard against depression. A lot of depression comes by what you're putting in your spirit. You know, you look with the coronavirus, and you look with all the racial hatred in this country, United States of America, around the world. You look at the injustice, what people who don't have resources opposed to those who do. You look at the divorce rate. You look at the homeless situation. Early this morning, I was reading a story about it. Said about 545 children that was separated during the Trump administration from their parents. They don't know where these children's parents are. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? You know, and so certain things I wished I wouldn't have came across, and I tried very, very hard to guard my mind. No, because I'm what you consider the empath. I take people's feelings in almost like myself, and some things is best for me not to see. Some things is best for me just not to expose myself to. And for the most part, if I can do that, I try to do it. But the biggest thing I have to overcome is my own thoughts, letting my mind just go over places and guard places. One of the ways I found to do that, I found to get certain YouTube videos, and I'll let that play through the night. Peaceful stuff that goes to my subconscious. And guess what? I wake up in the morning, and you know what? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling refreshed. And so can you. Your afternoon, not your evening. Why? The morning sets the rudder for the day, sets the direction for the day. Have you spoken out of your mouth, along with aligning in your heart, what you want your day to be? And let's just say if you had a setback with that day, do you speak and undo everything that you're trying to create? What do I mean, speak and undo everything you're trying to create? Oh, well, I think it's going to be a wonderful day. You know what? I'm going to get this job. I'm expecting this call. I'm expecting to get this contract. I'm expecting God's favor to be on my life. Well, it is. You expect it. I'm expected, I'm expected to get picked for this position. And all of a sudden, let's just say you're passed over. Let's just say what you came for, what you came after, or what you spoke doesn't come to pass the way you think it should. And so rather you coming out and saying, okay, that's cool. I'm still going to make it. It's still going to happen. Didn't happen that way, but it's still going to happen. What do you decide to do? Oh, I knew it. I knew that stuff was too good to be true. I knew what Fitzgerald was saying, but what didn't have any merit. No, what I'm saying has a whole lot of merit. And what you're saying has a whole lot of merit. You undid your progress by your words. You're building something with your words, and you just tore it down with your words. Don't be moved by what you see. Faith does not work on what you see. What you see, it does not work on what you see. The just shall live by faith. Faith is moving on what you know. You have to train your mind to see what you want, and you have to ignore seeing what is. Oh man, that'll preach. You have to train your mind to see what you want and ignore what you see. What do I look like saying, like, okay, I'm expecting to be a millionaire, which I am. I'm expecting to build a global business, which I am. I'm expecting one day that I will have $1 million residual income a month, and I will. Now, what do I look like saying if I don't reach that goal today or whatever? What am I looking like? Man, see, that's not good. I'm never going to make any money. I'm always going to be broke. Nothing never goes right. Well, guess what? I just pulled the tree up by the roots. Now I got to start all over. This is critical that we understand this, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely critical, because you have to get yourself to a point where you're tired of starting over. You have to persist and speak into what you're speaking, and what you're believing in your heart manifests. It's really just that simple. So we appreciate you taking time to join me. Certainly welcome your comments. Skin deep. I definitely thank you for coming aboard. I see you got 716. That's Buffalo, New York. I used to live up there for 6 years. I still keep the 716 area code in my phone number now. So we appreciate you joining. Like and share this stream. Please hit subscribe, and please hit the notification button, so when I come on, you will know. I speak about various subjects. The name of the page, Find Ways to Win, and that's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about finding a way to win in the situation. I don't care what it is. I am concerned about finding a way to win. I'm a winner. That's how I act. I don't care what it looks like. I am a winner. I don't compete against anyone. I tried that. I was miserable. Sometimes I was too short. Sometimes, I was, sometimes I didn't have enough education. Sometimes I had too much education. Sometimes, you're right color. Sometimes you're not from the right background. Forget all that noise. I believe that I am a prosperous man. And I act like it. I speak like it. I think like it. And I expect it. And so should you. Start commanding your morning. Start telling your day what you want from it. Make a demand on your day. Get stuff out of your vocabulary. Well, whatever happens is going to happen. We'll go ahead and see. That is the conversation of a foolish individual. What do you mean, whatever happens? You have a plan to make what you want happen. Remember, God said. God didn't say, well, I hope this comes to pass. We'll see what happens. Had that would have been his philosophy, the world would have been in chaos. The universe would have been in chaos. You have to speak what you want, and only speak what you want, and get around someone, if necessary, to agree with you. If you can't find a person to agree with you, some things just keep in your heart yourself. Everything is not meant to be shared. Everyone is not meant to come into your heart and not meant to come in your space. Only invite those people and those individuals in your space who are in direct alignment of where you're trying to go. And here's a news flash for you. Sometimes they're not going to be family or friends. No, never, ever, ever get yourself in a situation where you think you need someone. If you think this person don't support you, your project is slipped or your project is over with. Don't give them. No man has that type of power. They don't sit in the place of God. And let me tell you something. And I've seen it happen in my life. God will raise up perfect strangers to bless your life. He will raise up strangers to bless your life. You don't need any man or any woman for the destiny and the dream that's in your heart. I hope you hear me, because some of you not, because once you have that, you won't be starstruck. You won't think that you gotta kiss up to people, and you won't think you got to give your dignity away or give your virtue away. You won't think you have to lie or connive. You won't think any of that because you know that God is your source. And you know that, and you know, as long as you keep running by his concepts, speaking life, doing what he says, how he says, keeping a righteous life where it can line up, where you can receive. You can't just live a foul life and expect to operate in his principles and that come to pass. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. You know, you have to have a righteous life. No, you have to. And you want to live a righteous life because you want to see the fruit of what you're trying to get. You don't want to live a righteous life so you can wear it like a badge. I suggest you stop telling people, you know, how righteous you are and how good you are. You know, your fruit is going to verify it. I can look at your life and tell exactly what's going on with you. Or I can look at your spouse and tell what's going on with you by their attitude towards you. But you know what? Let's strip all that away, ladies and gentlemen. What about you? You have something in your heart you want. You have something in your heart that you need to see come to pass. You have to see it come to pass. Yesterday, I was taking a break. I was working on a project. I sat down at the table, and typically I read the newspaper, which is my smartphone, and I went on Facebook, and to my regret, I lost a close friend yesterday. Been knowing the man 20 years. I had to find out on Facebook. His son sent the post. I thought maybe, but my heart didn't want to accept that he was gone. So I sent a message back to him and said, please tell him I'm reading this wrong. And when I received that news, I literally left the project and came home. And later on that day, I fell asleep and I woke up, and and it just really threw cold water on my spirit. So much so, I went in my phone, I looked at his number. My goal was to delete his number, but I couldn't do it. It's still in there. I couldn't delete my friend's number, but he's gone now. So now I stand before you, not sad. I stand before you grateful that I had the chance to spend time with a really great friend of 20 years. Just talked to him a couple of weeks. I thought he was down in Florida, and I tried to see him, but we never did see him. I didn't know that would be the last time I would see my friend. But I'm not sad anymore because my mindset is thinking. I'm not thinking like, wow, my friend is gone, and it's homegoing. It's homegoing. It's going to be in Puerto Rico, and I'm not able to go at the moment due to other commitments. But I don't think about that. I think about all the great times and all the great laughs we had and all the great lunches we had up in Atlanta and all the great conversations. And I think about those times, and that puts a smile on my face. No, because I honor my friend. I honor my friend by thinking about him with joy, not sadness. Because my friend knew I respected him, and I knew he knew, and he respected me. We were kind to each other. We were sincere to each other. No. And hopefully I'll see him again in the next life. But I celebrate the life of my friend. Time is not something we have the luxury to waste. You have got to command your day. You have got to tell your day where it's going to go. You have got to. You are a Ferrari. You are a Porsche 959. You are an Audi A8 Racing Edition. And you're the driver. You are the driver of that vehicle. And that vehicle will get you anywhere you want to go. The vehicle, your heart, your words, your mind will get you anywhere you want to go. But if you just get in the car and sit there, don't turn on the engine. How do you turn the engine on? You speak, you command it. Don't have a vision of where you're going. You're not going nowhere. With your nice 959 Audi A8, Porsche, Mercedes Maybach, whatever. You're not going anywhere. And someone with a skateboard will get to their destination faster because they're in action while you're sitting in the parking lot. Man, if you can understand that concept. No, it's time out. Start that business. Be that virtuous woman. Think, be that awesome man. Go out there and stop talking about putting a business together. Do it. Live financially free. See the world, travel, learn a new language, do what you have it to do. It's not too late for you. As long as God is giving you breath in your body, you still have time, but you have to be in motion. Remember what I said with Miss Fannie Lou Hamer. Miss Fannie Lou Hamer said it again, and I will say, you can pray all you want. But if you don't take if you don't take action, nothing is going to happen. Now, if you're looking to start a business, well, let's talk. No, we can I can easily show you what I'm doing. No, probably perhaps it can be more lucrative for you than it is me because it's based on what you do. My link is in the description. You have Find Ways to Win. Look at that. My registration link, with you can actually register your business for free, as an affiliate. I'll contact you. My email address is there. No. So the day is up to you. The day is always up to you. And until you don't have any more days, you're responsible for your day. It's not the job of any political party to save you. It's not the job. It's not your husband's job to make you happy, ma'am. Sir, it's not your wife's job to make you happy. It's not your boss's job to make you happy. It's not even God Almighty's job to make you happy. Happiness comes from within. What you think about, how you feel about yourself. Ma'am, sir, you don't have time for regrets. You don't have time for condemnation. You don't have time for stuff for mistakes you made or even choices that you made that you knew were wrong. You don't have time to keep lingering on them. You're still in the day that you have. You're still in the time you have by worrying about something you can't undo. You don't have time for that. You got to get on with the business of living, creating, speaking, planning, working, taking for purposeful steps. Now, some of this is going to mean that you're going to change some relationships. You're going to cut some off because not everybody can go where you're going. And one of the reasons that God has removed certain people out your life because they couldn't take you any further where you're going. They couldn't take you any further. They were not the ones to continue walking on that journey. That'll set some of you free for people who walked out on you and left. I've had it happen. No, I have the wrong people in my life, and sadly, I've been the wrong people for other people's lives. Wrong person for other people's lives. It goes both ways. So once you understand, like, I am responsible, not a political party, not my mama. It wasn't my mama's fault. I used to have a little attitude towards my parents. Why did they do certain things? Why did they do certain things? No, what? I'm 20 years older than my mother. I'm 21 years older than my fathers. They were kids. I'm 56 right now. I still don't know everything. They did the best they could. Your parents did the best they could, regardless of what you think so or not. No, I told my dad that. I had to hang up and you know, in my 40s, and I came to him after I went through one of the things that that he had went. You know, my parents were divorced, and I call myself when my thinking of as a boy, you know, I'm going to do this right, and you'll see, and you know, and I thought I was real cool until I got a divorce. So I had to literally in my 40s, I had to go apologize to my dad because you know what, I didn't know what the heck I was talking about until I went through it. Some people don't want to stay with you. Some people don't change on you. I don't believe people change. I believe people just reveal themselves who they really are. That's what I believe. Okay. If you tie your whole life to an individual instead of tying it to God, instead of tying it to your destiny, all they got to do is walk out, leave, or not validate you, or not tell you how nice you're looking, or not tell you how great you are, or not get you a pair of shoes that you want, or not do something, or not get you some material possession you think you want, and you think your whole world is turned upside down because your faith is placed in the wrong thing. People disappoint. Sometimes they do the best they can and they still disappoint. That's why your source has to be anchored in God, and your source has to be anchored by your dreams. What do you want? And never give that up from anyone. And that's one way you know if you got the right person in your life. They're going to complement with the dream already in your heart. What I mean by the dream, where you trying to get to, what you're trying to do, what are you trying to become? They're going to complement it. They're not going to be diametrically opposed to it. A fish and a mountain goat may love each other. They may really be in love, but they can never be together. One lives in water, one lives on a mountain. They're incompatible. You need to find someone compatible, but you need to be compatible with yourself. Speak life. Command your morning every single day. Every single day. Guard your heart. For out of the heart, the mouth speaks. Guard what you put in your mind. Guard who you allow in your space. Even that means you have to spend some time alone. Violently protect what you want to be, who you want to be, what you want to do. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to need divine intervention, and you're going to need God Almighty's help if it's really great. And if it's something that you can accomplish on your own, it's the wrong thing. If you have a dream that you can make happen without any type of assistance, it's the wrong dream. You're just simply thinking too small. And so that's what I want to leave you guys with this morning. No, that's what I want to leave you with. If you don't make moves will be made on you. It starts with your thinking, ladies and gentlemen. It starts with your thinking, not your degree or lack thereof, not if you're single, married, divorced, not if you have the executive suite or you're mopping floors. It starts with your belief. What's in your heart? What are you speaking out your mouth? There was a song that I used to listen to. I've been listening to practically since the 1980s, since the mid 80s when I was a college student at the University of Alabama. The song is called "Mercy Street" by Peter Gabriel off the album "So," and I invite you to listen to it one day. One of the words that says, looking down the empty street. All of the buildings, all of the cars, all of the buildings, all of the cars were once just a dream in somebody's head. All of the buildings, all of the cars was once just a dream in someone's head. Microsoft was in a man's head, Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook, should I say. Microsoft was in Bill Gates' head. Michael Jordan had a dream of becoming a great basketball player. He got cut from his 10th grade team, high school team. Oprah Winfrey had a dream of owning her own studio. Many people out there is not as well known, and they had a dream of being a great wife, a great mother, a great husband, a great father, even though they came from broken homes. They didn't even have a good example, but they had something in their heart that they wanted to be, and they kept seeing it, speaking it. I'm going to be a great mother. I'm going to be a great husband. I'm really going to build with my family. I'm going to be faithful to my wife. I'm going to be faithful to my husband. We're going to build together. We're going to accomplish great things together. And lo and behold, they keep speaking that up, and God sends them the right individual that aligns up with what they spoke. Because if you're a fish, he's going to send you a fish. If you're a gold, he's going to send you a gold. If you're an eagle, he's going to send you an eagle. He's going to send you someone who can live and thrive in that environment of expectation, just like you are. But if you sit around in there, well, I nothing happens to me. I don't get great relationships, or every person I get leaves me, and everything that this always goes wrong and doesn't go good. Guess what? You're going to be frustrated in relationships. You're going to be alone, or you're going to just attract jokers. Command your morning, ladies and gentlemen. Command your morning. Speak to your day. Tell your day how it's going to go. Put faith-filled words and expect it to happen. Write it down. Put corresponding actions. Pick up that phone. Build that business. Write that book. Start that YouTube channel. Write that blog. Open up that daycare. Open up that salon. Buy that sewing machine and start sewing, and start designing those dresses that you're seeing in your head. Start seeing your shops in Paris and Johannesburg and London and New York and Montreal. Start seeing your name in lights. Start speaking it. Believe in it. Act, believe, receive. Or should I say speak, believe, receive. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Fitzgerald Stevens. This is Find Ways to Win. Please like and share this stream. Hit that notification button. And if you need someone to believe in you, I do. If you need someone who thinks you can accomplish your goals, I do. Then long they're righteous, good for man, good for yourself. I'm cool with it. I'm not going to laugh at you. You can tell me you want to build a skyscraper, or you want to build a skyscraper in the middle of the ocean. I'll say, okay, let's do it. I believe you can. If you believe it, I believe right with you. If you believe it, I believe right with you. You can be great. All you got to dare to choose to be. God bless you all. Until next time, thank you for joining us here on Find Ways to Win with Fitzgerald Stevens.